Welcome everyone at this press conference after the meeting of the EU Military Committee on the level of the Chiefs of Defense. We have with us the chairman of this committee, General Syrén, who will present the main outcomes of today's meetings. And after in his introductory remarks, we'll have time for a few questions. As usual, when you ask them, please identify yourself and the media you're working for, so everyone will know who you are. And just for your information, on the side table over there at the end, we will have a short press release regarding today's meeting. Please, John.
Thank you very much. And first of all, welcome to all of you here. I have today met all the 27 Chief of Defense of the member states. Some were replaced by the military representatives. We meet twice every year, and just to give you some sort of idea, each one of the Chief of Defense, they have representation here in Brussels, and that is what we call the military committee, and we have our weekly meetings. When we started to discuss this meeting, how the choreography for it, the idea was to have a more thematic meeting, and the emphasis was on pooling and sharing. And this was in the late last year, and since then you're fully aware that many things have happened, but we stayed with the focus on pooling and sharing, and we also took quite a good essential part on operations. But first of all, I started to present where the state of play concerning our strategic plan. We have a plan who is coming from the Treaty of Lisbon all the way to the Chief of Defense. So when someone is asking how does this is this in line with the Treaty of Lisbon, we have more or less taken it word by word and have 5 priorities. And all the 27 Chief of Defense, they have agreed to this. And this is also mainly the recipe for how the military staff is working. And the priorities is, of course, the operations. It's about comprehensive approach, how to implement this and how to find the civil synergies. It's about capability development. And number 4 is the strategic partnerships. There is a world outside Europe as well. And the 5th one is how to be supportive and how to implement the Treaty of Lisbon. And we have taken steps forward here, and we had also done some amendments. And I think that is a very appropriate tool to conduct this military committee. And after that, we turned to the operations session. And with us was my opposite number in NATO, Admiral De Paula, and the operation commanders. And we started with Operation ALTA in Bosnia, where the new operation commander, Richard Syrén, he presented the situation. And we all know that there is a complicated situation in the area. And we have had some diminishing numbers of troops, and we have to do some reconfigurations. And we are now planning for what will happen after November this year and then 12 months forward. Secondly, we had the operation commander for EUNAV for Atalanta. This is the maritime operation outside the coast of Somalia. And the operation commander, Buster House, he is now doing a revision of his plan. And it's not finally endorsed on the political level, but we try to find new ways, all the ways from changes in legal matters and how to meet the pirates and how to work together with the ship owners. And there will be some interesting proposals that we are facing, and we started to discuss that. And I really think that he took this a bit forward for us. And Then we went over to the training mission in Somalia. And as you probably know, we have now the second intake. It's about 900 trainees right now trained in Uganda for Somalia. And the mission commander, Ricardo Elul, he gave quite a positive picture. We are really waiting to see what happens with these trainees when they're coming to Somalia. All the way for how will the payment work, and are they going to the right places, or are they supportive in the build-up of Somalia? And we have now also the third assessment on this, really a good follow-up. So we have a good fundament for decision if to take this mission further. And these decisions will be most likely made during the summer. And then we had the Commander for Libya. He presented the state of play where he is in his planning. He has now is working with his operation plan for humanitarian assistance with military means. And that will be presented for the military committee next week. It's the second round. And in parallel with this, the discussions will start. We call it fourth generation, with member states who are supportive and who have possibility to participate and willingness to contribute to that mission. And it's of course very much focusing on different way how to evacuate people. And then we left this operation part or operation session of the meeting and turned over to the pooling and sharing. And you're all aware that this is something that has its roots in the Treaty of Lisbon or even earlier. And I think a catalyst for this is also the economical situation in Europe, that we have to do business in another way. It's and then pooling and sharing to go together and to work together and to develop equipment, maintenance, education, training and exercise, and a number of areas will give better operational effect for the given money, or we can do it smarter or cheaper. And in order to have really a wide scope here, we had the chief executive from the European Defence Agency, Claude-France Arnault. She's new on that post. And the European Defence Agency is a really important organization for the pooling and sharing. And we have also the new head for the CMPD, the Crisis Management Planning Department, Walter Stephen, with us, in order to have this broader picture painted, and also representative from the NATO, and also giving their view on this in order to avoid duplication. And I think we had a really good discussion about this, and that was also at the same time really a build-up for concerning knowledge. And then after lunch, I had asked a couple of Chief of Defence to present their efforts concerning pooling and sharing. And the Chief of Defence from Italy and Sweden, they gave good examples. And after that, we had a good discussion. We had asked all the Chief of Defence to contribute with their proposals in April. And it will be taken forward to the Minister of Defence meeting in the end of May. And of course, there is a good and hard political pressure on this to take it forward. The last 3 meetings with the Minister of Defence have had this item on the agenda. And now we must go very concrete, I think. And we have the final, the initial findings so far. So we have done some very good compilation, I would say. And now we'll go into deeper analysis, and that will be launched in, I hope, in September, October. And after that, I was very happy because we had interventions from, I think, 14 or 15 countries, and very supportive and open and transparent in order to take this forward. And I feel a change of attitude, really to take grips on this. And there is a reality that we are living with, and that is, once again, economy. So we have to do the business differently. And we also ended this session with to go more formal and have now decided a number of bullets that I can take forward to the political level in order to explain where we stand. And also now I have to think of what kind of new political guidance do we need in order to take this forward. So these are mainly the two agenda items that we handled today, and it was good discussions, many interventions, and a good atmosphere, I would say. So, and then we just, in the end, we shared some words how to prepare ourselves for the next meeting in November. It has to start now, today or tomorrow, and I see that there will be interesting discussions and a need for new decisions concerning ALTA in Bosnia and Atalanta, in a wider scope that we call the strategy for the Horn of Africa. And also decisions must be made concerning the training mission in Somalia. And of course, all the uncertainties with Libya. And in the end of this year, I also think that we can describe and present quite detailed cooperation between member states in different areas. So that's where we stand. It was an important meeting today. Thank you very much.